Hey guys, I'm PrimetimeJohnny, and this video might get me in a little bit of hot water, but it is what it is. I've been wanting to make a video that's like Street Fighter 6 characters that I've wanted to put in the game, but like I feel like that'd be a pretty easy video to make. I feel like everyone's been doing that, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. If you wanted to know like my top 5 characters that I wanted to see in Street Fighter, it'd be pretty simple. It'd be like Makoto, Dudley, Sean, Alex, Urien, just Street Fighter 3 characters. Just give me Street Fighter 3 characters and I'll be happy. But this episode, I wanted to do something a little bit different. Just like characters that Street Fighter 6 could redeem. Like just characters that, you know, don't get a lot of shine and like they could really use an upgrade in Street Fighter 6. Now I did want to say this is not my idea. This is a response video to Captain Firefeet. He also makes fighting game content, so yeah, if you want to check him out, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to him, and while you're at it, leave a like and subscribe to my channel too. I'll have his video linked in the description. Well, not in the description. I'll make a comment about it. Okay, so these are a couple more characters that I think that Street Fighter 6 could possibly redeem. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my most controversial pick. Okay, and the character I think that Street Fighter 6 could redeem the most is Ingrid. Okay. Now I know I'm probably getting some boos or something like that, but hear me out, okay? Okay, so Ingrid was a character that was supposed to appear in Capcom Fighting All-Stars, right? And that game never came out, so they ended up putting her in Capcom Fighting Evolution, which was a game that wasn't very good. So I feel like that kind of like sullied her image in that way. I think in that game she was supposed to be like a key holder or something like that. She's like a key holder to like some kind of ancient mystery or something, but that whole thing just kind of got scrapped. And so they put her in Fighting Evolution, and they also put her in Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max, which is the main reason I'm fighting for it, because I used to play Alpha 3 Max all the time as a kid. So in that game, she's just like some celestial being, like she's really overpowered. Like she doesn't take fights too seriously. I feel like she just kind of does it for the fun of it. We're gonna look at her description. But yeah, like there's not too much on her origin story. It's just basically like she's a code holder with like 2 other people, and really that's about it. But I think with Street Fighter 6 doing such a good job at reintroducing Ed to us, because Ed wasn't that popular in Street Fighter 5, and in Street Fighter 6 everyone loves him, so I feel like they could really do a lot with Ingrid and just like fleshing out her moveset and like giving her cool things to do. Like I believe, yeah, she's basically Street Fighter's version of Athena from King of Fighters, I think. So I mean, there's a lot of cool things she can do with that. I mean, they made Fatal Fury characters work in this game. They could make Ingrid work and like give her a lot of cool stuff to do. So that's my number 1. Okay, my number 2 character is kind of a cheat, because it's like my number 2 character is 2 characters, right? It's Junie and it's Julie. So I mean, they don't have much backstory other than being from Street Fighter Alpha 3. They're like the sub boss, and that's cool. That's a cool thing about them. They're the sub boss that you fight before you fight Bison. So I mean, like they're pretty important to the story. Like, so Julie is like part of the Thunderhawk tribe with T-Hawk. So I believe in Street Fighter 6, she's also married to T-Hawk. So that's cool too. So I think that'd be an interesting take. And also Junie is like with Cammy, and she trains with Delta Red, and apparently Julie and Junie like also still talk to each other, if I can find that somewhere. Yep, okay. Julie is T-Hawk's wife while maintaining her contact with her fellow former Shadow Dolls. So, you know, it could be, you know, Junie and Julie are still pretty close, so I feel like they would be an interesting addition to the game. But they basically fight like Cammy in the Marvel vs. games, which I think that's pretty cool. And I don't know, people might not be too happy about having them in the game, considering Cammy is already really good in this game. But I think it'd be cool to see like what they could do different with them. And my idea for like making them different would be to like make Junie and Julie a tag fighter. I don't know how they would do that. Like maybe like once you drive impact, you switch to the next person. Like you start with Julie, you do the drive impact, and then you switch to Junie. I think that'd be a really cool idea that they could implement into the game. But yeah, man, I think that's really all I have to say about them. I just think they'd be an interesting addition, and I think that'd be pretty cool for the game. So my third pick, I don't know if it'll actually be controversial or not, but Necalli. Now let's talk about Necalli, okay? Necalli is like this ancient warrior, I think, who hunts street fighters, right? He seeks out powerful opponents, right? And like he was pegged to be this really cool character in Street Fighter V, like, but in the story he gets beat up by Ryu, he gets beat up by Bison, he gets beat up by Akuma. Like, Necalli doesn't do much of anything in Street Fighter V, so I think having him in Street Fighter 6 would help his character out. Or what they could do is like give him the Fang effect, you know? Like maybe there's someone out there who, like, you know, there's maybe like a tribe or like people that like worship Necalli or something like that, and then they get Necalli's powers. I think that could be cool because Necalli had a cool look and he had an interesting play style in Street Fighter V, so I think they could find a way to like save that moveset in his fighting style. Like, you know how like kind of like how Fang, how we started with Fang and then we got Aki, who's like a way cooler character. We could go from Necalli to like maybe one of his followers who's just got his moveset and is really cool. I don't know what they could do with Necalli, but I feel like Necalli's definitely got like wasted potential, and I think they could do something with him in Street Fighter 6. My fourth character that I think they could do something with in Street Fighter 6 is Eagle. So Eagle was in the first Street Fighter game. I don't think they don't make mention of him at all in Street Fighter 6, I don't think. So he was in the first Street Fighter game. They had him in Capcom versus SNK 2. And and they also had him in Alpha 3 Max. And he had this really cool fighting style, which is like Bojutsu. Like he basically uses sticks to fight. And I think that's really interesting. Like I don't think he has much of a story in Street Fighter. He's just like a bouncer guy, and that's about it. But yeah, he doesn't have much of a story other than being like Sagat's rival in the first Street Fighter, and like in Alpha 3 he's basically just like, you know, he's back to perfect his fighting style like every other fighter in the game. But I don't actually know how good he is in Capcom versus SNK 2, but I definitely think he has untapped potential that could be a highlight in Street Fighter 6. I would love to see what they could do with him. Okay, so the last person I have on the list is kind of an honorable mention, but I figure like she's really cool, so I'll have her on the list anyway. And that's Maki. So Maki is from Final Fight 2. She's like, I think they say she's like, she dyes her hair blonde, but she's like this like tomboy, like really likes getting into fights kind of character. And I think that'd be really cool for Street Fighter 6. And like she's Guy's childhood friend, I think. Like she does the same Bushin Ryu stuff that Guy does. And I think she would be really cool because like she uses like, you know, she fights barehanded and she like fights with one tonfa. So I think that'd be an interesting thing they could use in Street Fighter 6. But the only reason she's an honorable mention on my list is because we've already kind of got a Bushin Ryu user. We've already got Kimberly, so I feel like it would kind of like muddy the waters a little bit. And we've also already got Mai, so we've already got 2 female ninjas in the game. But still, I wouldn't mind seeing Maki in the game again. Like she's really cool. But yeah, guys, that's my list for today. What did you guys think? Who would you have Street Fighter say for Street Fighter 6? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I realized this week that I wouldn't be able to like make you guys a gameplay, so I figure like I'll have something up this week. Now that we're in April, I wanted to have the Kimberly the Master series come up, but City of the Wolves comes out April 24th, and I don't know if I'll have enough time to get Kimberly the Master before that happens, so we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, Street Fighter 6 is basically the only video game that I'm playing right now. But yeah, what did you guys think? Leave a like, subscribe, check out Captain Firefeet's original video. I'm out, guys. Peace.